Hey there guys, I'm back to another video. Today I'm here to showcase the Sonic X DC collaboration by Jakks Pacific. They just dropped the figures and plushes literally just this past week, and I'm going to showcase literally everything and anything you can get from this set right now. There's more to come, I believe, which we will get into later, but right now this is what we have from the series. Not every single character is available in each figure line or even plush, but like I said, we'll get into that in a little bit. First, we're going to start off with the 5-inch figures, and they are available in this style packaging or within the Darkseid versus Speed pack, as they call it, because Darkseid and Shadow are exclusive to this set as of right now. So if you were to get the figures individually, this is Amy Rose. She is exclusive to this line. She's not available in a Speed pack or anything else. But she also shares the spotlight with Sonic as the Flash and Silver as Green Lantern. These retail for $14.99 a piece, and you could get these at your local Target. As with everything else, I pretty much purchased everything in this video from Target, and you will see little numbers and prices and all of that stuff. So for this figure, I believe that it is going to be rare within the set. I actually don't know how many come within a case of these blister pack figures, but because Amy is the only figure that you can't get within this set right here, which is the Darkseid Speed pack, like I said, she's going to be very, very sought after, and collectors are definitely going to want Amy because, like I said, there's no other way to get her. And she looks pretty good. Multiple points of articulation, very accurate to how she looked within the comics, and you could see it within the promo art right next to her. And for the Speed Pack versus Darkseid, this is a $59.99 set. As you can see, it comes with Shadow as Batman, Silver, and Sonic, and obviously a Darkseid figure. Shadow does light up, but I did not remove the Try Me thing. But yeah, this is a set that you could get, so you don't have to buy Sonic and Silver individually for 15 bucks. You could spend the extra 30. You'll get Darkseid and Shadow, and you won't have to double buy in that sense. If you were to go and get Sonic and Silver individually, I would say that those would be pretty common and wouldn't be that hard to find, like I said, because this set exists. And this set itself is actually not flying off the shelves as of right now. Anytime, because I went to multiple Targets to get everything as like a little disclosure kind of thing. Every time I would go to a new Target, this set would be available at least, because it is such a high price point, 60 bucks. It's going to be kind of hard for kids to convince their parents to get it. And also it does come with 4 figures. So I really only view this as like a collector's item or something that parents or relatives would get for like a kid's birthday or the upcoming holiday season. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for these. The hardest one out of the bunch, like I keep saying, is going to be Amy. Next, let's talk about the 2.5-inch scale of figures. As you can see, there's going to be the 2-pack with the Sonic character and the DC counterpart. And then there are the blind bags that feature 4 different Sonic characters and then 1 chase variant of Amy Rose. So let's talk about the 2-packs first. These are probably going to be very common within Targets right now. They are getting a lot of these. And within a case of 6, which is how they are shipped. I know this because when I went to go and buy these initially, I grabbed a full case of 6, and there were 3 Batman and Shadows, 2 Superman and Knuckles, and then 1 Cyborg and Tails. So yeah, these packs are pretty cool. They retail for $19.99. Shadow is going to be the most common by far. I mean, he is kind of like the Sonic of this set right here. And also it comes with Batman, who is by far the most popular character within DC's library. So yeah, obviously they are going to produce the most amount of these. And as you can see, the other 2 figures that we have right here. So let's talk about Superman and Knuckles. This one's going to be on the more uncommon side, maybe even rare side of things, because there's only 2 of these within a box of 6. And on top of that, this is the only way to get Knuckles right now. So if you are a collector and you are trying to get all of the small 2.5-inch Sonic figures within this DC collaboration, you need to get this pack. And also it comes with a pretty decent Superman figure. It looks like Superman, and there's a lot of points of articulation there. So pretty cool set. And then we got Tails and Cyborg. This one is going to be the rarest out of the bunch, but don't fret if you still need a Tails with Cyborg. We'll talk about the blind bags. That's probably going to be the much more easier way to get Tails and the cheaper one. But if you want the Cyborg figure, which does look pretty awesome, a lot of details in there, this set is going to be still $19.99, but on the a little bit rarer side of things, like I said, because there is only one of these within a case of 6. So now let's talk about the blind bags, because these are very interesting coming from Jakks Pacific. They don't really do blind bags. Before, what they would do with their smaller 2.5-inch figures is that they would have them within the small blister cardboard, just like a normal action figure, but it looks like that they are not doing that with this set, and they are doing the blind bag route. So every single character has a number attached to them. The blind bags themselves are all the same in price, $4.99 a piece, and each character has a specific number coded to the bag. So for example, with this bag that I opened, or actually I have a brand new bag that I won't open because this is for a friend. So this is how they would look when you would pick them up from the box. And then right here, this is the number. So this one is $16.95. $16.95 corresponds with Sonic. So Sonic is in here. Just trust me on that. I have a TikTok that shows you just me opening all of them with the corresponding numbers, and Sonic is indeed that character figure. And this is the only way to get Sonic as of right now within the 2.5-inch scale. So the blind bags is the only way to go about it. The duplicate figures is Shadow and Tails. Obviously Shadow is like I said, the Sonic of this set, because he is Batman, and also Shadow is a popular Sonic character, just as popular as Sonic, if not more, within certain demographics. But yeah, Shadow as Batman is a pretty cool figure. These figures don't have a lot of points of articulation, but the ones they do have are meaningful, like the arms and legs and the head, in that sort of sense. And then, like I said, we have Tails. Tails is going to be pretty rare to go and get within the Cyborg 2-pack, but if you just want Tails as Cyborg, you could just get the blind bags. And I would say Tails would be on the more common side of things, because I've been to a few Targets and these boxes have been rummaged through, but there's a lot of 1675s, which is Tails. So if you want to go and grab Tails, probably the blind bags would be the easiest. And then the other exclusive figure within this blind bag set is Amy Rose as Wonder Woman. So she is going to be a little bit on the more uncommon side of things, just because she is exclusive to the blind bags, just like with Sonic. And probably the most rare one out of the bunch is this variant of Amy, which she is in the classic Wonder Woman outfit. There's slightly different colors. There's even a different emblem on her chest. And yeah, there's only one of these figures within a box of 12. So when these get shipped to Target stores, there's 12 of these bags inside. And out of the 12, there's only one of them that has the 1715 numbering. And that one will hold this figure. So be sure, if you are really want to go and get this variant, go to your local Targets right now. Hopefully those boxes haven't been rummaged through yet, because I've been to a few and they have been picked through 100%. I mean, me personally, I was also picking through them just to make sure that I didn't get duplicates for me and my friends that I am buying these figures for. So yeah, just make sure you are looking at the numbering, you are not getting duplicates, because that is a very easy way to make sure that you are getting your $5 worth, So I like that Jakks Pacific is still releasing Sonic figures within this scale. Maybe the blind bag situation is not the best idea, but it is definitely a surefire way to get these off of store shelves, because not everyone's going to know about the numbering cheat code. So yeah. And last but not least, let's talk about the plushies, because they actually released 4 different plushies. We got Shadow, Silver, Sonic, and Knuckles. And these all retail for $9.99. Very nice sweet spot. It is honestly kind of crazy that these plushies are so cheap, because they are pretty good quality. And when these arrive at Target stores, I actually just learned this today, they come in a box of 8. So in the box of 8, there's going to be 3 Shadows, 3 Sonics, and then 1 Silver and 1 Knuckles. So like I said, makes sense. Shadow is the Sonic of this set, but it looks like that they also made sure that Sonic got his own 3 within the box. So when you get these are pretty high quality plushes, I'm not gonna lie. The Sonic, or like the furry part of them, is very soft, and then the stuff that is supposed to be like their costume is like this, I'm not gonna say plastic, but like vinyl feel, and it's pretty good. I honestly, these plushes remind me of the Jazzwares plushes that were released years and years ago, like their first ever plushes. And that just gave me such a nostalgia boost when I saw these. I was like, yes, I kind of need them. And it's the same thing with the Sonic one. The fur part here is very soft, and then everything else that is supposed to be his costume is like this plastic vinyl-y material. Silver is probably my favorite out of all of these. I think he just looks so cool as Green Lantern, but his whole head is like that soft, plushy material, and then the rest of his torso is of the plasticky stuff. I don't even know how to call it, but yeah, very, very good. And then Knuckles might be my second favorite. He just looks cool. He just looks super duper dope as Superman. He even has the cape, and yeah, so these two, Silver and Knuckles, are definitely going to be on the rarer side of things because they only get 1 per box. Sonic and Shadow should be relatively easy, but then again, these plushies are the only plushes within the line, which is fair. And they retail for $9.99, so it's kind of hard for me to gauge in terms of like the rarity factor. I'm just doing it for like the fun part of this video, but these are definitely going to be a hot commodity amongst little kids especially, so I think that these are going to be a little easier to find. But I think the collectors like myself that want to collect everything, Silver and Knuckles are definitely going to be the harder ones to get, which is ironic because when I first picked up like these things within stores, these Sonic X DC Jakks Pacific stuff, I found these two very, very easily. So I kind of just got lucky. But yeah, these two only get 1 per box, and then these other 2 get 3. And then the box is a total of 8. So definitely be on the lookout for Silver and Knuckles, and Shadow and Sonic are definitely going to be the easier of the bunch. Now, there could be more Sonic X DC stuff from Jakks Pacific coming out later. I mean, they already announced that Shadow within the 2.5-inch scale will be getting a Batmobile, which is pretty cool. So it looks like I'm going to be having to buy that figure for a 3rd time. But there are some key figures missing from each line. So for example, with the 5-inch figures, obviously we have the Hedgehogs, but we are missing Tails and Knuckles within the 5-inch scale, and maybe we could get a non-light up Shadow as well. I think that would be pretty cool. Even though the light up feature is neat, I think having a non-light up version of the figure would be necessary. And then with the 2.5-inch scale, obviously we are pretty fleshed out here. You know, we have pretty much everyone except for we are missing Silver the Hedgehog. So the easiest way that Jakks Pacific could do this is if they do a Series 2, because as you can see, that says Series 1. So they could just do a very easy Series 2, bada bing, bada boom, we get Silver the Hedgehog within the 2.5-inch scale. Or they could finish out this line of figures. We could get a couple more double packs with Amy and Wonder Woman, with Sonic and the Flash, and Silver and Green Lantern. So that could be the next set of double packs that they do. I don't know. I think that would be appropriate, but we'll just have to wait and see to see what Jakks Pacific has in mind for the rest of the 2.5-inch scale. And then for the plushes, we are literally just missing Amy and Tails. So in my ideal world, they would just do a wave 2, just like with the blind bags. Maybe they just take out Silver and Knuckles and just replace them with Amy and Tails. Or if they really cared about the collectors, they would just replace Sonic and Shadow with Amy and Tails. But that's not going to happen because they need to sell plushes. So they're probably going to reprint Sonic and Shadow and then just replace Silver and Knuckles as Amy and Tails. So yeah. You know, obviously maybe they could do Knuckles and Tails, or not Knuckles, maybe Shadow and Knuckles, and then replace Sonic and Silver as Amy and Tails, because, you know, it's Batman and Superman kind of deal. But then again, you know, Sonic and Shadow, most popular Sonic characters, obviously, so you kind of have to keep it like that. Okay, so now I'm going to share with you guys in terms of how to get these figures without getting duplicates, obviously, like I did, because I just bought everything for the sake of this video, and also because I'm a huge Sonic fan. I don't mind having duplicates every once in a while. So starting from the top with the 5-inch figures, once again, like I said, just get this pack with the 3 Hedgehogs, and then you could get the 4th Lady Hedgehog in Amy Rose as the single. Like I said, she's probably going to be very, very hard to find because she is the only solo figure exclusive to this line. So these other 2, Silver and Sonic, should be relatively easy, and if you do want to get the solo packs, you can. It's just that you won't get Shadow, and Shadow is obviously such a huge part of this set because he is Batman. Now for the 2.5-inch figures, this one, it depends. Like, do you want the Batman, the Cyborg, and the Superman figures? Well, for one thing, you definitely have to go and get this pack because it comes with Knuckles. That is a exclusive figure. And then everything else, you could just get with these blind bags, honestly. You could get Tails and Shadow, obviously, and then the exclusive Amy and Sonic. And then if you really, really want that vintage variant, me personally, I'm not a big fan of it because honestly, I kind of like the modern look Amy has with the cape and everything. But still, that is available in your option. If you really, really want that, you're just going to have to be on the hunt for it because, like I said, people are picking through these boxes because they know the numbering for them. So yeah, you could just ditch these 2 if you really wanted, just to go and get these bad boys right there, and then just worry about Sonic, or my bad, Sonic and Amy. And then obviously for the plushes, there's like no combos, no different variants or whatever. You're just gonna have to hopefully get lucky and find all 4 of them at your local Target. These 2 are definitely going to be the harder ones to get, with Silver and Knuckles only having 1 per box. But yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is just something that I wanted to do for this week because they came out and I kind of bought everything really, really fast just to make sure that I didn't have to go on the hunt for them. So hopefully this video was helpful for you with me putting the pricing, the little item numbers for them as well, and the rarity, if you will. Just like a little fun thing that I thought I would do just to hopefully gauge for you guys in terms of how urgent you should be on the lookout for certain figures or certain plushies. So yeah. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys have not already, you can subscribe. Put new videos up on Saturdays. You can find me on social media at TV Sonic Gaming. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, pretty much everything. You can also check out my podcast called the Travis and Damien Podcast, talk about games, movies, and anime every other week. And yeah, that is all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching this video once again. And now, see you guys next time with more videos.